Hi guys, this is Ahmed back with another live streaming. I hope you guys are doing amazing with your loved ones and families. So again, I am super excited because joining me, I'm having another one of my great friends joining me all the way from UAE. I'm gonna invite him soon with a little bit, introduction of himself. Basically, I was having back-to-back streamings, and it was crazy, amazing experience out there. I have learned so much, and so do I expect or hope that my audience and you guys have learned a lot from like my previous streamings. If you guys have missed by any chance, you guys are more than welcome to look at my channel and feel free to watch the streamings, and maybe you can learn a lot of things, good stuff about the career and life development. So today I have one of my, again, amazing friend and a very good, decent, professional, respectful person over the LinkedIn we met. He is Ahmed Al joining me from UAE. And we will be discussing about his life and career, how he developed himself all the way within the supply chain management domain. So he is basically supply chain specialist, a leader in his industry, and doing a lot of great things, great informational stuff over LinkedIn. So we will be discussing a lot of things about himself, how he developed, how he made it the real action to be taken forward. Before that, in a couple of minutes, just let me know that from where you guys are joining in, and say the greetings and tell me how are you doing today. And I would really, really appreciate for that. So let's welcome Ahmad. Assalamu alaikum,
Hi,
Ahmad. How are you?
alaikum salam. Hi, Amna. How are you? Thank you so much for this introduction, and I'm happy to be with you in your successful show.
Thank you so much, Ahmad. And it's so much like great to be connected over the LinkedIn. And again, it's all about building up more authentic relationships or connections over the LinkedIn. So great, great pleasure to see. And so let's begin. You being a supply chain specialist and expert in your industry, what is the story behind your career line, your life stories? Just start and
Yeah,
let audience know who are you basically.
yeah. Well, as you introduced me, I'm Ahmed Al I started my career in Egypt. I'm from Egypt actually, and I've studied in the Faculty of Commerce. It's like business administration for 4 years. Then I had the opportunity to come here. My family is my sister actually. She's living here, and then I decided to I spent some time looking for jobs here, and was starting my MBA after finishing university. Then I started here. I found a job. I started in marketing actually. I spent like my first 7 or 8 years of my career in marketing, moving in marketing research, working on campaigns above the line, below the line, managing events, managing brands and FMCG company. Then, due to I had like 7 or 8 years in the company. I had the opportunity, and I have good relations with everybody in the company and the top management. They nominated me to start the sales and operation planning, and we'll come to that to talk about the sales and operation planning in details. So I started it and managed it for like another 6, 7, 8 years maybe, and worked on in supply chain, all departments of supply chain. Then I moved for a while back to Egypt. I worked in consultancy and teaching of supply chain with some friends. And then I had an opportunity to come back to UAE in pharmaceuticals and work on same also field, like senior supply and demand manager. So I worked in pharmaceuticals, and also I'm still working on the side also in consultancy and in supply chain consultancy and sales operation planning consultancy, because it's my passion to work on consultancy and working on teaching also on the side. So that's all about my career. I'm a father also to a daughter. She's 4 years old, and yeah.
Mashallah, that's so much great. That's great. Okay, so in while you were telling about supply chain. So did you really thought about it that you would be in supply chain, or you
No,
transformed in supply chain? What's the story?
no, actually, I first in school when I graduated from school, I wanted to be an engineer, but because like it's a taboo in our country, you have to be an engineer or a doctor. I don't know if it's the same in your country or not, but the family always will push you to be an engineer or a doctor. This is like the top. All your family members
Same
are
here.
like
Yeah,
engineer or doctors. So if
yeah.
you don't reach this is a pressure actually from family. I respect, of course, my family and everything, but this is like tradition, and this puts a lot of pressure on people. So I was studying very hard, and 2 years in a row, studying, and I missed like by 1%. You
Mhm.
mean it's 3 marks, and I missed. I did not join in the engineering. So I decided to join business administration, and it was good. There's no need to all this pressure, and you don't know at the end where the path will take you. I started business administration and studied the whole thing about accounting, finance, marketing, all commerce, and e-commerce, of course, all types of commerce, and I had the opportunity there. So I totally I was not going to be working on this career. And then supply chain, as I said, it came after working in marketing.
Oh,
Suddenly I changed from marketing to supply chain. I did not plan it at all because I had knowledge. It's very important supply chain to have knowledge of the products, and to be able to have also good relation with all departments, which is very important in managing the sales and operation planning meetings. So these two key things, and my good relation with the top management, made me shift my career totally. So you don't know. They told me, you want to start this, you want to try. I told them yes. I've been like 8 years in marketing, so decided let's start something new. I was still young during that time, so why not starting a new adventure and something new in the company? Nobody did it in the company. It will give
mm,
me credit in the company that I started and initiated these meetings that involves all the departments and involves top management. So will give you credit in the company that you did all this. Of course, it's a collaboration. I'm not like super do everything on my own, but it gives you experience
yes,
and visibility on all the departments and visibility on how the business is run. So it was a good opportunity. So no, it was not planned, and not planned from my plans before was to be an engineer because I like numbers, I like algebra, I like geometry. So, and
okay.
my family, of course, most of my family, as I told you, are engineers. So my plans totally changed, and I'm happy about that. I did my masters. I did masters in supply chain, and I'm satisfied with my career and looking to grow more.
That's absolutely great to hear. And the most important thing you mentioned, that you are satisfied, you're happy
Yes,
whatever you've been gone through, and then you transform, then you develop, or again, looking forward to grow more. The more thing is
yes.
your happiness, your comfort, your satisfaction, your contentment. Okay, that's so great. Okay, so we have our audience. Let's check in. Who is there? Salam.
Oh,
Salam.
alaikum salam.
Then we have Rabia Umar joining us. Salam alaikum. She's
Yeah.
saying, thank you very
How
much,
are
Rabia,
you?
for joining us. I hope you are doing well. Okay. Sheikh
Good.
Hassan
How
is
are you?
saying, I'm gonna appreciate you for back-to-back live streaming. Yes, that's a task, I think.
You were having live streaming before me today.
Yeah, before you, I got two,
Oh,
like
wow.
one-on-one.
Wow.
So that's why back-to-back streaming, and
Oh,
that
that's
was
that's amazing.
crazy, amazing experience. So
Yeah, I didn't do that. I will try it. You're
you can
encouraging
try
me
it.
to do something new.
Yeah, but I saw you. You also did two times, back to back. Like it was 17 January or 18 January. I just saw.
Yeah, I mean back to back, not on the same day, like
No,
two
no, no, of
different
course.
days.
Next day, yeah.
Yeah. I did like I do like 3 4 days in a row now, but I
Yeah,
thought in
I
the
just
same
saw
day.
that. Yeah, no, 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 not at
I thought
all.
in the same day. In the same day, I said you will think you're a hero to do in the same day.
Absolutely. Okay, so Rabia Singh, glad to be here. Yeah, thank you very much,
Thank
Rabia,
you,
for joining
Rabia.
in.
Thank
Okay,
you.
who is this LinkedIn user? May I have your name and your profession, please, so that we can again appreciate you
Uh,
and acknowledge you?
exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we have Mulawali. He's saying, I really admire your career and would love to
Thank you.
pick
Thank you
your
so
brain
much,
more
Mulawal.
about your experience. Absolutely. Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so we have a question from Sheikh Hassan. He's
Edge,
asking you,
edge.
what is hedge and unhedge? What do you think it is beneficial for an organization?
Yeah. Well, Sheikh, thank you for the question. Of course, hedging is about like taking risk in the future. If you make like a hedge is like you're taking something risky, and yeah, business is about it's about risk. Some people like do this hedging to make sure that currency exchange and something like that it's not affected, but sometimes it can be negative or positive depend on the currency, because you know that the currency it's like the what we say, it's like you're playing it's not something like you can make sure, but it can make, of course, savings to the company. And it's the same like forecasting, but in forecasting you can change the forecasting, but in hedging you are just like put one currency and put one price. You hedge one price for the future, and you cannot change that. So if the price went up, then
Mm-hmm,
it's good because you won. You made some savings. But if the
mm-hmm,
price went down, you lost because you did not make use of the new price. And this happens also in purchasing. Like for example, in purchasing, we can buy
mm-hmm.
sometimes and buy at a higher price, and suddenly the price goes down. That's the market, and that's what happens in the exchange market and all that, and that's how people win and lose money. But it can be beneficial. I hope I answered your question. It can be beneficial, but it's some kind of a risk. You're taking a risk.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, absolutely. Okay, so I hope it helps. And
Yeah.
guys, whoever is watching right now, and if you are a recruiter or hiring manager, you have to definitely connect with Ahmed because he is a supply chain geek, right?
Thank
Supply chain
you.
expert, explaining a lot of things about it. Thank you so much for addressing this question.
Yeah,
Okay,
thank you.
so moving on, how did we connect it over the LinkedIn or social media? Did you remember that time?
Yeah,
How
I
was
think it was
it?
yeah, some time ago. Actually, I knew you from Abdul Hay. I don't know if you know, of course, Abdul Hay, recruitpreneur, Muhammad Ahmed, all these, and I've seen you been active with them and recommending people for jobs and all that. So I decided to connect with you. I'm not sure you sent me or I sent you or we both sent each other on the same time. But also, I was very active, of course, in helping people, and I like what Abdul Hay is one of my first mentors in LinkedIn. And whenever he used to post jobs, and he and his team and all that, we used to recommend people and help people, and these people would help me back when I'm looking for something. And it's all about like connecting and
Absolutely.
yeah, so when you do a recommendation for someone, he will recommend you back, and when you connect with someone and you find someone that's helping people and you want to help people, so you connect with them and grow your network, and that's the beauty of networking here on LinkedIn. Very
Something.
very helpful people, and it's amazing platform and amazing community, really.
Hmm, absolutely. And even I remember the time. Okay, so we have Iram. She's saying, okay, thank you very much, Iram, for joining and watching
Thank you,
us.
Aaron. Thank you so
I hope
much.
it helps in your network too. Thank you so much. Okay, so yeah, even I remember the time when we connected and we started our communication over the LinkedIn. I mean, like really, LinkedIn have so much like a wellness in it if you use it smartly, wisely, professionally, and then connect people and talk to each other, learn from each other, basically.
Exactly.
Basically,
Exactly. Exactly. It's all
absolutely.
about exchanging knowledge and experience, and you're having a lot of people who are experts in different fields. So it's okay that you have to be coachable and you have to learn from people and accept that you don't know everything. And
Hmm.
as I said, people here are helpful. They want to share their knowledge. They want to help people who are job seekers, and that's the beauty of LinkedIn and networking.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So now moving on further, let's talk about your
Yeah.
specialty, your industry. How about
Yes.
it? Share with us.
Yeah, about it. Sure. Yeah, sure. Of course, supply chain, for people who don't know, that supply chain is like control and the movement from for the product from supplier to the consumer, and all the transactions that happen through this chain. Actually, that's why it's called chain, from supplier to the manufacturer, from manufacturer to distributor, and from distributor to the end customer. Okay, so there's a lot of transaction going in that, and there is a lot of departments in it: logistics, warehouse, procurement, planning, manufacturing. So the trends, of course, in 2021, with what happened in the pandemic, companies are looking more into outsourcing logistics, especially the with the 3PL, which is called third-party providers, because it's to reduce the cost, and because they are, for some companies, they had huge demand, like for example detergents, for masks or all that. They had huge demand, so they need someone helping a logistics arm, that so they can reach to different destinations, because they were selling 100, they're selling 1,000, they're saying they need someone to help them in the movement and reaching the customer, and have an
Right.
optimal customer service, which is all about supply chain, is to reach optimal customer service. Satisfied customer means that this will increase the market share of the company, your brand will grow, your business will grow, you'll make more money, you'll be able to serve the community better, to serve the environment better, and make money. That's what's all about supply chain. So one of the growing trends is the 3PL. Of course, the second growing trend is the e-commerce. We've seen that the e-commerce now, almost $1 million a day, people are spending on Amazon and the likes. So not being online is not optional now for any business. You have to be online. And you have to have logistics of being online, of
Mhm.
returns. If someone buying online, what happen if they want to return for the products? You have to measure this. You have to measure this KPI, how the products will return to you, and we call it the reverse logistics. So this is also something that is not optional now. Some businesses went out totally
Yeah,
because they were not
exactly. That was
available
my
online.
question. That after this, COVID thing, the
Yeah.
things are changing in supply chain also, and with the new year also.
Yeah, of course, it was a big disruption, and a lot of companies paid because they were not taking care of a contingency plan, and the risk analysis is very important in supply
Right.
chain. But as you
Mhm.
know, companies tend to focus on what brings money now. So the future, yeah, you put plan for the future, but in some companies you don't look at this plan. You're concerned with the budget of the year. You're
Mhm.
not looking 18 months ahead, for example, or 16 months ahead, or you're not planning for the future in a good way, or they're just plans that are put in the drawer.
Right.
Okay, so if you did these plans, and there are a lot of exercises in supply chain, like having an exercise. If suddenly you have to work with double capacity, what you're going to do? Are you going to increase your manufacturing capacity? Are you going to go to
Mhm.
outsource your manufacturing, going to other manufacturers to help you, or going to distributors? What are you going to do? What is the plan? So companies that worked on these contingency plans actually benefited from what happened. They had a plan in mind. The others that were not having this plan, of course, their business suffered a lot, because you know what happened, and it was of course a lot of pressure that companies prices for example for logistics, compared to air, compared to sea, prices went up a lot, and to meet the demand, and the companies that did not have distribution centers all over, and did not have plan how to, so the deliveries were delayed. So when deliveries are delayed, you lose customers. The competition is fierce and strong. They will go to your competitor. They will not wait for for your delivery. And poor customer service means unsatisfied customer, you will lose business. So these are like three of the trends. Of course, there is another thing which is blockchain and what's happening in blockchain and Internet of Things, and this will be, of course, the revolutionary. This is the coming revolution in supply chain, because it's faster, the supply chain, about moving of information quickly. So the transformation and the transfer of information is very quickly in blockchains, and the security is very high. Till now, nobody can know how it's very secured. So there is quick transfer of information, which makes like taking quick decision making. So make more money. Cash to cash cycle is faster, and so blockchain is of course is something that is growing, and a trend that is growing in more and more in 2021, especially that people don't want the human interaction. As we are talking now, there is no conferences, there is no people meeting face to face a lot. All the meetings are managed via YouTube, via Zoom. So the blockchain is all about, there is less human interaction, and there is like contracts that are virtual contracts that are not signed from one place to another. So this speeds up the signing of contracts between suppliers, meaning supplying fast means that the engine will move faster and faster. So it's a revolution. Actually, it will be a great revolution. It will differ from one industry to another about applying this blockchain.
That's great. That's great. And so much like in-depth knowledge you have explained over
Yeah.
here. Excellent. Okay, so I just want to take a
Yes.
question. Like Iram Sabah is asking, what are the challenges which we face during professional networking on LinkedIn? Okay, so for this question, just stay tuned because we have another point coming up for the
For
LinkedIn
sure,
networking.
Iran. Yeah, we'll
And
take
on
it.
that we will,
Yes.
exactly, on that we can address this question. Thank you very much, Sabah. Iram Sabah. Okay, so Sheikh Hassan, we've got another question. He's asking, explain about RCM, reverse charge mechanism, and what kind of documents we require for that. So I think, yeah, it's somehow, again, a practical question.
Reverse charge mechanism. I'm not sure, of course, if you're talking about reverse logistics or something about that, but returns and mainly for returns or anything depends from one supplier to another about reverse logistics. But I'm not like very well aware about it, Sheikh Hassan, the reverse charge mechanism. But you can send me after the show, and I'll try to help you with the information about that. Actually, it's a new terminology for me. I have to be honest.
Wow, absolutely. That's a great idea to be able to connect with Ahmed and
Yes.
guide you
Yes,
better.
of course. I'll ask for you and I'll get you because you always you have to be honest when something that you don't know, and
Absolutely, that's what we
yeah, knowledge is and sharing knowledge and experience, and I can get you the knowledge through my network.
absolutely, yes.
Yeah,
So
that's this. I like this question because
another
it's
question.
for all people who are outside supply chain, or like doctors or
Yeah.
anybody who's outside, they don't know the difference between logistics and supply chain. Thank you, Iran, for opening that. Supply chain is the broader definition. It has inside it procurement, it has planning, it has manufacturing, it has logistics, it has warehousing, it has customer service, it has reverse logistics. So logistics is a part of supply chain. Supply chain is the big whole trip, as we said, of the product or the service from the supplier to the customer, and all things that happen. But logistics is only taking care of the movement only. Doesn't involve like any manufacturing, any buying. So it's like the movement. What kind of if we're using air or using sea? What is the freight? What is the Incoterm that we're using? Are we using like different? There are different Incoterms like X Works and things like
Mm-hmm.
that. So it's dealing only with this part, only the movement of products from one place to another, either from the distributor to the customer, from the supplier to the manufacturer. So it's a
Mm-hmm.
part, it's a small part of the supply chain, but it's a very important part, of course, of supply chain. I hope I managed to answer your question well.
Absolutely. Hope it helps to
Yeah.
everyone out there listening and watching us. Okay, so how useful did you find LinkedIn? Now let's open up the story of the LinkedIn journey.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
yeah,
then,
LinkedIn journey. Of course, my LinkedIn journey. I've been on LinkedIn for years, but I wasn't very active. Only to look for, search for a job, or look for a recruiter, send a cold message, or like cold selling, that they say. But I'm sending a message, throwing my CV to the recruiter, and
mhm,
then suddenly I met, like I told you, with Abdul Hai. We all know him. Me and you know him, and he's famous. Yeah, he's a very good LinkedIn practitioner, and he knows a
mhm.
lot about LinkedIn. So I told me, no, this what you're doing is wrong. First I was offended and asked him, why are you saying that? And he told me you have to. They told me you have to build a relation first. So I told them, what relation? I'm an expert in what to do, and I have 15 years of experience in supply chain. He told me, a lot of us, yes, we have experience. Everyone has experience in the field, but in order for me to help you, you must connect and collaborate with me. So I started to wake up something in me. And he told me, let's meet, let's talk, have coffee. And we met together, and he explained to me how to use LinkedIn, how to make a profile, how to optimize your profile, how to make a URL which is attractive, what to write, how to have a banner, how to connect with people, how to meet with people. And he gave me like post, engage, comment uh, on people's on what they're posting. But you have a lot of knowledge, and somebody somewhere is looking for you and for
Exactly.
your
That's
talent.
the
Have
overall
yeah,
concept he
yeah,
explained.
yeah. Have confidence in yourself. So I started to take the journey. I started to meet people. I met a lot of people out there, and you have to be open. You have to be coachable. You have to know that you don't know a lot of things. It's okay if you don't know how to use LinkedIn, or how to make the best out of LinkedIn. But then you start to connect with people. When I started first posting jobs and helping people, I met you, and then I started to see people, a lot of leaders here, very friendly, telling you how to post, what you should post, and like you should post the text. You can post something about your career, something about your story. Sharing your story, it's a very big idea also, because a lot everyone has a story. Everyone had a struggle till he reached whatever he's in, whatever part of his career he's in. So if you're sharing your story, this it can motivate a lot of people. And I did not believe in that. I said that, what my story? I don't have a story, and I'm normal, and I did not do something like abnormal. But no, you did. Everyone had a story. And even if you like sometime lost a job, and then worked on your CV, worked on yourself, made a master's, and then went back to a job, that's a story. That's an inspiring story to job seekers. So share the story, share your knowledge about supply chain, about marketing, and then you start to build your network. People will start to come to you. If you're working on teaching, you can have clients. You can have clients. You can generate sales from LinkedIn, and you can generate, but through networking, not through like saying I'm selling this XXXX to someone that you don't know. But you have relation, you made relation, you can sell something to someone, and you can share knowledge and experience, of course, for free. So 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 it's a great platform, and it has a lot of professionals, and really a great tool to network with people, likely minded people, especially positive people. A lot of positivity, a lot of motivation. No negative people here. I don't find anybody who's negative, or even if you have someone who's feeling down, you can motivate him and change his perspective about life. And I've met people that I didn't know that I can do that. I met people that were very desperate to find a job, and I told them, go ahead, and I started to nominate them for job, and they found a job, and they told me thank you very much. And this made my day, made me feel that I did change in So everybody can change in
Right, or
someone's
you did
life.
change
Yes.
someone's mindset basically. Yeah.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly,
So
exactly.
shall we take her question?
Yeah,
Now,
please.
now it's the time. Now it's the time you can address this question. What are challenges which we face during professional networking on LinkedIn? How about that? You can share it.
Uh, yeah, the challenges is the fear of criticism. We have people have fear of criticism. They are worried about maybe their job. They are worried that what if I post on someone, my manager seen what I've posted. What if my friends say if I post something and they don't like and they start like mocking me or saying some things. What are you doing? You have to and you will see other leaders posting every day, and these people like they have million of followers, 750,000 followers, 500, and they're posting every day and posting values, sharing knowledge and sharing
Yeah,
information. So that's what's all about it. So you must have the courage to post. Even the first post, like I'll have like 2 3 likes and nobody commenting. It doesn't matter. With consistency, you will get more and more and more and more and more likes, more shares, and it's okay even if you don't have. It's not about your number of followers, as we were
exactly.
discussing, Amna. It's about your relation with these followers. You have 5,000, 6,000 followers, and that's it. You have
Doesn't matter.
4,000 of them. You know them very well, and you're delivering value to them, and they are delivering value to you, and you if you sell to 100 of this or something, or make business with 100 of these people you are well connected with, then that's enough. You don't have to have millions of followers.
Absolutely, exactly. It's all about, again, talking to someone in a professional,
Yes.
respectful way,
Yeah.
not just to have something,
Yes.
having an attitude to give something. Either it could be
Exactly.
good advice, good supportive attitude,
Yes. Yes.
appreciating someone's work,
Exactly.
supporting it. It's all about like that.
Support. It's all about support. It's all about people. It's all about connecting with people emotionally.
Absolutely. Okay, so Sabah is appreciating you. She's saying excellent
Hiram, thank you.
answers by
Oh,
giving
thank you so
Ahmed.
much.
Thank you so
Hiram
much,
is
Ahmed.
giving me motivation now.
Absolutely. So we have a lot of questions coming up for you.
Yeah.
Again, a new question from Sheikh Hassan. He's asking, what is the favorite activity that can help you grow in your career? And again,
Good. Yeah, that's a good question from Sheikh Hassan. He's active, and I like that he's asking a lot of good questions. Reading, actually, I was not reading or listening to motivational people and leaders,
uh-huh,
and reading a lot of stories of success and how people made it, and you'll find here a lot of stories and people who were had nothing, like in 2 3 years they managed to make a business, and they managed to touch lives, and they managed to have number of followers, number of connections, and all with willpower, with consistency, with working hard, with connecting with people. So reading is one of the favorite activities. Exercising in the morning, starting your day with gratitude and positive mindset, like we were talking about, Amna. So these are the activities that really help you grow in your career, and learning, of course. Be open
exactly.
always to learning. Be coachable. Don't say I know everything. No,
Mm, mm,
we don't know everything. There is a lot of people here who can help you. There is LinkedIn Learning, there is Udemy, there is, if you want anything now, you can just Google it and you can learn anything online. E-learning has made everything possible, and you
exactly.
can learn anything you want.
Exactly. And if I mean like there are so much information out there on Google and internet, which is again free.
Yes,
And then when
yes.
you need again a guidance, then you can
Have a
go for
coach.
mentoring,
Yeah, yeah. Go
for
for
coaching or
coaching.
training. So that's a good idea for always, that would
Yes.
again help you to grow. Okay, thank you very much, Ahmad, for
Thank you,
addressing
Sheikh.
the question. And Iram is saying a comment.
I agree. I agree with Irma.
Oh,
Aram,
thank you
Iram, I
so
agree with
much.
Iram.
She's recommending it. Thank you so much,
Am
Iram, for
Amna
being
is
there.
doing a great job. I agree.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You, Sheikh.
Okay. Okay, so that we have discussed.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's the same question. Yeah.
now yeah, that's the same about that the
Yeah.
questions are actually all about your passion.
Yes,
It's
yes.
really point or
Yeah,
what are you passionate about in life and career?
yeah. In life, I'm passionate about family, of course, and health of family,
Wow,
and passion.
this is
Passion.
good.
Yes, you
Yes,
can take care of. But during the pandemic, it taught us that the first thing is the family relations, and friendship relations, and you don't know. Suddenly, you can find losing. I lost some friends and lost some family members, and I did not see in some time, and you feel guilty after that you did not, you were not connected more and more and more. So be connected to your family. Call your dad. Call your mom, call whoever family members you have every day, and make sure that everybody's healthy, because we're facing, of course, hard times concerning health of people, and we hope this pandemic we get over with it soon. So this is something important. Of course, I like watching sports, like I said, reading. This helps me a lot in my career, and taking the extra mile, going for e-learning, trying taking risks. Now, before I was maybe I shared my story before, I was in my comfort zone for like 14 years in one company. Yeah, I did change in it careers, as I said, from marketing and supply chain, but suddenly I found myself, I lost this job. So you have to have like multiple sources of income. You have to try. You're passionate about teaching, go teach and learn, and how to teach, and go, and there is actually free webinars. You'll find websites that you can give free webinars. Then you can start charging when you find, and it can be another source of income for you. You can sell any products. You have opportunity to sell products online. So you have to
Mhm.
take risk, and have more than one source of income, and take the opportunity. You can learn, and anything you can do. If someone did it before, you can do it.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for sharing a beautiful, again, notes about your life and career, which you're passionate about. So much to great to listen to you. And Sheikh Hassan is appreciating
Thank you, Sheikh. Thank you so much.
you. And then we have another comment. Hassan is
Thank you, Hassan. Thank you.
sharing.
Thank you so
That is
much.
so great, guys. Thank you very much for joining in and watching us. And I hope it really helps with a very much like a productive, fruitful conversation with Ahmed. Thank you so much for
Yes.
joining me. And I hope you enjoyed it. And
I enjoyed it a lot, and thank you so much for your time. And I'd like to thank all the audience that joined us, and I wish you all a great 2021, and hopefully it will be a better year than 2020, and it will be a great year for all of us.
absolutely. Thank you very much for the beautiful note from your side, Ahmad. And take care of yourself. We shall be in connection and talk soon.
Thank you.
Uh,
Sure, sure.
yes.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. And I hope you had a great time and a very much like a learning process has been opened up. So stay tuned. Take care of yourself. See you soon. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.